let's talk about developer game fit. And this is a term that I'm copying from the world of startups. They have the concept of founder product fit, which is in itself a play on the idea of product market fit. Um, so yeah, you can Google all those different concepts. I'll not get into all of those. I'll just focus on this idea, which I'm not sure is a coined term, but I'll call it developer game fit. And what this means basically is what game can you make? And I think there's that old, is it Derek Yu, the developer of Spelunky, who made this very old a chart, which like games people want, games you want to make, games you can make, and then the overlap of those things is the game you should be doing, let's say. And so this has been known for a long time that you need to have some fit, right? That the game you want to make should fit the market, but it should also fit yourself and who you are as a developer and your interests. And that's what I want to focus on here. Um, in my personal experience, there are many games that I don't believe I could make realistically. Like, I could make them, I guess, sure. Like, in theory, I guess I could make a bunch of games, like a Survivors like. Could I theoretically make a Survivors like, or a Bullet Heaven, whatever it is? Um, sure, I could. I'm capable of it, I guess. But is it a game that really gets my attention? Like the kind of project that I could finish long term, that I'd really want to embark on a journey to finish? And the answer is definitely not. Um, Actually, I did a little tutorial for one time. I don't remember what I was trying to learn, but anyway, um, because so why couldn't I make that realistically? It's simply because it's not something I really enjoy and something I really vibe with. And I think this is very vibes based. You can't really apply logic in these decisions because it really is about how you're going to feel throughout the development process. And this is also about motivation. Are you going to have the motivation to go all the way in the project? And it's okay for the answer to be no, because I think there is such a thing as developer game fit. The project needs to fit you in some way. So that's why this generic advice is like, oh, you should make this genre of game. You should be doing this. I don't think that works because it's not taking into consideration you, and you you matter. You are important. You need to consider yourself and your likes and your wants when you're deciding what game to make. So yeah, um, to stick to a few other examples of a few other games that I don't believe I could make, like an FPS action game, like shooter. I don't think I could really get myself motivated enough to finish one such game. A point and click adventure game, like a very classic point and click adventure, or I guess any very well defined genre with like no innovations, like, oh, we're going to make a game in this genre and there's going to be nothing new, nothing innovative. It's just going to be another one in the genre. Ooh, that's a tough one for me because I like to innovate. I like to do new things. So that would be just a hard sell for myself. And yeah. This is turning out quite strange, this watercolor. Some contrast is a bit weird, but it should be fine. Okay. Racing game. I probably couldn't do a racing game as well. Like I'm okay. Like if you ask me, can you are you okay like living your entire life and going to the grave having never made a racing game? I'd be like, yeah, sign me up. I don't care. I don't mind that I haven't made a racing game in my entire life. Because it's just not my thing, really. What happens if we mix this green with this bluish thing that we have here? Get a slightly stranger green, which should be good. Anyway, it's easier to jam a game in any genre, in my view. Like, definitely for me, I can jam in pretty much any genre because I know that's going to end, right? I know that's going to be, oh, that's a short term commitment. I'm going to make something and it's going to be for a weekend, for a week, and then I can abandon it if I don't like it. So yeah, I could make a racing game for a jam. It's no problem. Spend a weekend on a racing game. Yeah, can see that. Fine. If the if I have a good idea for a racing game, or if the team wants to make a racing game, sure. More than that, longer than that, I don't think so. So yeah. Oh, I want to get rid of the screen a little bit more. So the less fit that the developer has with the project, the less time you have to spend on it. That's my idea, because you're going to burn out on it. You're going to lose motivation if you have less fit with the project. And I guess that goes for working on other people's projects as well as your own. If you want to spend a long time on it, if it's a large scope, then you really want a lot of fit with yourself. And I have a few projects that are active right now. And they have different fits with me. Some have more fit, some have less fit, right? And I try to apply this. I try to make it so that the ones with less fit, those are shorter projects, smaller scopes, And those with more fit, those are longer projects with larger scopes. That makes a lot of sense to me. I'm not sure if it makes sense to you, but that's how I'm rolling right now. And let's see, I have a point written here, but I can't remember what it was. I'm going to read it out for you. If you make a game for yourself, you don't have to imagine whether the audience will like something or not. You can judge by your own likes. Okay, so this is a point that I think is important as well. It's similar but a bit different. If you're making the game for yourself or for an audience that is like yourself, like you're making a game for people like you, people who like the same things that you like. That's the case for me with Historia Realis. Then you kind of know whether a feature or something works or not. You just have immediate knowledge on whether people like you will like something because you are a person like yourself. You are in fact exactly like yourself, and you can see, oh yeah, I don't like this, I don't really like this, I don't think other people are going to like it either, so yeah, I'm going to change it. If you don't have that, if you're not making a game for yourself, you're making a game for other people, then you lose that ability to quickly know whether something is liked or not, and you're going to have to get other people's opinions, and there are a lot of problems with that, because you're going to have to play test, you're going to have to take time to do that, you're going to have to communicate with the other person, and they might say something and not really express themselves well, or you might not understand them perfectly. So there's a lot of communication overhead that goes with that, and yeah, it becomes a lot harder when you're making something that is not for yourself, in my view. So that's something that you might want to consider, that when you're making something for yourself, it's a lot faster to iterate. It's a lot easier to know what's working and what's not working. And if you're doing something for people that are not like you, that is potentially a problem. And yeah. I believe that's all I had for this one. And the watercolor is done as well. So let's take a look at how this went. And we finished the page. And it looks something like that. I can't get it too close because then the zoom won't zoom. It will be out of focus. So yeah, that's it. That's gonna be it for this one. Thank you, and bye-bye.